masters.
2024 Fiat 500e first look. Let's try that again.
Fiat seems to think another all-electric 500 hatchback might be right for us. Fiat is in a pretty sorry state in the US at the moment, only selling the bloated and awkward Fiat 500X hatchback SUV stateside after discontinuing everything else it offered after the 2019 model year. In Europe, the brand has introduced an all-new, all-electric version of its Fiat 500 hatchback city car. And at the 2022 Los Angeles Auto Show, Fiat CEO François Olivier has confirmed the 2024 Fiat 500e is officially coming back to America. Fiat later announced the 500e would debut in the US as the Red Edition version. This would mark the second time in as many decades that Fiat has attempted to make a splashy dent in the US car market. Now trying again with the 500e after a few years of middling sales generally. Though it's going to take a few years to get anywhere, we should point out that before the old 500 was discontinued in America, it still outsold the other cars in Fiat's lineup, namely the also now dead 500L Van Thing and the 500X that survives today. Even so, that version was primarily gas-powered. The electric 500 variant was sold in limited markets, and even then, Fiat Chrysler CEO Sergio Marchionne complained that every single one was a money loser. As it's sold in Europe today, the new 500 thoroughly moves past the sad sack last-gen version with its sub-100-mile range and slow charging. The old 500e was a so-called compliance car, built to satisfy certain regulations requiring the sale of electric vehicles in certain markets, and its execution belied its checked-box existence. Entry-level 500es are attractive and have far more upscale-looking cabins than the old 500s did, and they get a 24 kWh battery pack good for about 150 miles of range. The 400-volt architecture allows the battery to charge to full in about 4 hours at 11 kilowatts of power and can accept up to 85 kilometers of fast charging rates. A higher output version offering about 200 miles of range is available with a 42 kWh pack. The Fiat 500e Red Edition is a partnership with a company of the same name that licenses its brand and then uses a portion of the proceeds to fight HIV/AIDS adjacent causes around the world. You've probably seen a red-branded iPhone before, for example. It features unique touches like red mirror caps and a glossy red interior dashboard for a starting price of $34,095 due on sale early 2024. You can read more about the Fiat 500e Red Edition here. Fiat also previously introduced 3 flavors of 500e at the 2022 LA Auto Show, with 3 one-off models that show off what Made in Italy means, highlighting the craftsmanship, creativity, and sophistication of 3 Italian designers on a car the brand dubs the ultimate fashion accessory, including models from Armani, Cartel, and Bulgari. These models are not expected to go on sale in the US, however. The 500 Armani from Giorgio Armani's fashion house takes a 500 into haute couture, incorporating laser etching on a majority of the exterior bodywork to create a 2-tone patterned effect without the fancy paint job that Fiat claims is polluting. The micro-chevron pattern that results from the laser etching is meant to emulate the 3-dimensional qualities of working with fabrics, like green silk in this case, according to Armani. The rest of the body is coated in a special opaque paint that is UV light activated to somehow reduce air pollutants. Inside, there's full-grain real grage-colored leather sourced from Poltrona Frau, an Italian furniture company, contrasted with micro-chevron patterned bands of wool and accented by reconstituted open-pore wood with aluminum inlays inspired by the current House of Armani line. Cartel, an Italian sustainable plastic and metal furniture company, also had a crack at a one-off all-electric 500. This one focuses most materials in a monochrome shade of the brand's Cartel Blue color derivative of Yves Klein Blue for all you color nerds out there. The exterior bodywork is all done in blue mirror effect with an environmentally friendly chrome paint. Fiat competitor Mini recently announced it was cutting chrome altogether due to its negative environmental effects. The car's logos are sandblasted polycarbonate for a sense of depth. The grille, wheels, and mirror caps are made of recycled parabolic projector materials, and their detailing is inspired by Cartel's famous Kabuki lamp from designer Ferruccio Laviani. That motif carries through the interior on the dashboard and seats, and all tactile plastics and fabrics are entirely made of recycled materials. The Bulgari jeweler designed Mai Troppo Fiat 500 is all about beauty and craftsmanship, roughly translating to never too much. The company says the bright saffron paintwork is inspired by the chromatic variegation of Roman sunsets. The paint is mixed with gold dust scrapped from jewelry production, which is meant to make the car look and feel like a big blood orange jewel. The wheels are modeled after the famous Bulgari star symbol in a black lacquer accented with golden trim and gold badging. Inside, the dashboard is made of heritage Bulgari, silk scarves of the past, which might mean they're recycled. The seats get diva pattern embroidered leather with gold details and silk scarf inserts. There's also a removable gem tray of sorts, with a Fiat brooch featuring semi-precious amethyst, topaz, and citron stones mounted in the center of the steering wheel. Imagine the airbag going off behind that. Fiat CEO Olivier announced that the official, final reveal of the US-bound Fiat 500T will take place at next year's Los Angeles Auto Show, where it will be used to announce that order books will open near the end of 2023. At the 2022 Los Angeles Auto Show, Olivier added that the US 500E will get 162 lb-ft of torque and go from 0 to 30 mAh in 3.0 seconds. It can juice up to 30 miles of range in just 5 minutes on an 85 kW fast charger. We don't think any of these fashion house one-offs will make it to production, but perhaps some of the more sustainable elements do. Fiat says the soonest you can expect to receive a new 500e in the US is the first quarter of 2024. Based on our experiences so far in the Euro versions, it should prove more stylish and altogether more substantial than its predecessor. And if it's priced right, it might find some appeal among budget EV shoppers looking for a fun, small, electric runabout.